If this lands on your spirit, it's yours. If not, it's for another soul. Kindly slide on by. What energy is the collective moving through right now? The world speaks of completion, synthesis, and conscious unity. We are collectively standing at the end of a long energetic cycle, one that demanded the breaking of illusions, fragmentation, and ego driven isolation. Now, the collective is beginning to merge polarity into wholeness, realizing that every ending is also a birth. Energetically, this feels like inhalation before a new cosmic exhale, the still point where integration happens. Humanity's frequency is aligning toward a deeper understanding of interconnectedness, both spiritually and materially. This is the crossing over from doing to being, from seeking to embody. Clarifier cards, Two of Cups, perfect partnership. The Two of Cups reveals that the integration begins to look like on an intimate level. Partnerships, whether romantic, spiritual, or even between aspects of the self, are being healed and balanced. This card represents mirror energy, the internal reconciliation of dual forces, masculine, feminine, shadow, light, logic, intuitive wisdom. This means humanity is learning the sacred art of reciprocity, giving and receiving, energy and balance. It's not just about love between people, it's about love as a living current connecting all beings. You can feel this in the growing yearning for authenticity, emotional maturity, and energetic transparency. Temperance, patient balance. The flow moves naturally into temperance, which refines that partnership energy into a stable current. This symbolizes the alchemical process humanity is undergoing emotionally, spiritually, and even physically through energy work and lifestyle changes that restore inner balance. Temperance teaches patience through process. The collective is being invited to hold space for integration, to not rush healing or force manifestation. The lesson now is energetic equilibrium, becoming neutral channels through which divine harmony can flow. This is about sacred pacing rather than speed, alignment rather than effort. Nine of Wands, withstanding adversity. Finally, Nine of Wands reminds us that reaching wholeness often requires endurance and resilience. The collective has weathered immense energetic storms, fear, separation, upheaval, and yet continues to stand. This card suggests that although we are close to the culmination, the world, many still feel weary or uncertain. But the Nine of Wands carries a hidden spiritual truth. The final test of perseverance refines the light within. You are learning to maintain faith even when the world feels chaotic. It's not about fighting through, but about holding firm to one's frequency of truth amid the noise. The warrior energy turned inward into spiritual stamina. Your energy is currently in the alchemical spinal stage of one great cycle, weaving unity through duality. This runs from emergence, connection, balance, and resilience. It feels as if humanity is on the threshold of a collective initiation, one that integrates all lessons into embodied wisdom. Is being brought to the collective's awareness. The Queen of Swords slices through illusion with intelligence and precision. For the collective, she symbolizes an energy of discernment through compassion. We're being guided to see our reality clearly, not through fear, nostalgia, or false optimism, but with an awakened, objective eye. What's coming into awareness now is emotional and mental accountability. You are learning to look at the truth without distortion. This often feels like a cold wind at first. Seeing where we've deceived ourselves, released too much power to external systems, or confused avoidance for peace. But within that clarity lies liberation. The Queen's sword doesn't destroy, it severs attachments that no longer serve the soul's evolution. She's helping you embody mature communication, energetic boundaries, and the art of truth spoken with grace. The Fool, fearless beginnings. Once clarity is established, the Fool steps forward as the breath of renewal. The Queen's discernment frees us from old identities and collective narratives, confirmation, while the Fool calls us to trust the unknown again. The awareness being awakened is that purity of perception precedes rebirth. When the mind clears, innocence returns. Not naivete, but divine curiosity. You are realizing that to enter a new frequency, a next earth reality, or new social consciousness, We must walk lightly, led by wonder rather than fear. So this conduit begins as clarity, freedom, rebirth. Now the heart awakens. Ace of Cups, emotional readiness. Then follows the Ace of Cups, representing the heart's readiness to receive new emotional templates. The Queen purified the mind, the Fool reset the spirit, and now the heart opens. This is the collective awakening of divine empathy. People are beginning to rediscover what feeling deeply means after long emotional numbness or intellectual detachment. It's the softening of the armor around humanity's shared heart field. Emotional readiness here doesn't mean vulnerability without boundaries. It's the courage to feel truthfully and express emotion as sacred intelligence, love as vibration, not transaction. This awareness is drawing the collective toward authentic relationships, emotional transparency, and spiritual communion. The inner compass, the high priestess, decisive intuition. As emotion awakens, the high priestess rises, the voice of intuition that bridges the unseen. This card represents the deepening awareness that truth isn't only found through analysis, Queen of Swords, but through inner knowing. The High Priestess brings you into the realization that intuition and intellect are not opposites, but partners together. They create clarity infused with compassion. This is the sacred marriage between the rational and the mystical. Humanity is remembering that wisdom isn't gathered only from the external world, but also from energetic knowing, the quantum field of soul. And so decisiveness now means acting from intuitive certainty rather than social logic. The collective psychic and empathic sensitivity is sharpening, not as a gift to exploit, but as a compass to navigate the unknown with trust. Your awareness is being refined into crystalline alignment, a consciousness that thinks clearly, feels deeply, and knows intuitively. What's surfacing now is the sacred synthesis of intelligence and intuition, grounded in emotional wisdom. Humanity is learning that awakening isn't about rejecting logic or emotion, but weaving both in integrity. What guidance best supports the collective right now? Page of Wands and Ace of Swords. You are standing at a threshold of renewal and accelerated transformation, emerging from deep endings into inspired action. This conduit unveils both the medicine and momentum that now support the collective's evolution. The core guidance, Page of Wands and the Ace of Swords. The Page of Wands brings the energy of initiation through inspiration. It reminds the collective to rediscover creative confidence, the fire of curiosity that sets new worlds in motion. After the Queen of Swords, mental clarity, and the High Priestess, intuitive depth, the page invites embodiment. Act on what excites your soul. This page is youthful, exploratory, and experimental, yet paired with Ace of Swords, it gains precision and purpose. The ace cuts through confusion, giving voice to divine truth. It's the sword of discernment, now wielded with creative power. The fusion of inspired passion, wands, and mental clarity with the swords. Together they tell the collective, your next step isn't waiting, it's speaking, creating, and declaring your truth into being. Inspiration becomes direction, excitement becomes calling. The Three of Wands, notable growth. The Three of Wands amplifies this momentum, its vision taking form. The idea becomes a horizon. The calling seeks expression in the physical. For you, this reflects the beginning signs of tangible spiritual maturation. Projects, communities, and healing modalities that once felt like dreams are quietly stabilizing. We're in a stage of energetic expansion through focus, choosing long-term vision over scattered exploration. The page's fire matures here into steady flame, guided by purpose and patience. This is the quickening Eight of Wands, accelerating quickly. The Eight of Wands indicates rapid movement and manifestation. The collective field is buzzing with acceleration. Once vision aligns with authentic truth, energy surges to support it. Synchronicities heighten, connections form instantly, ideas gain immediacy. This is a dimensional quickening, where what once took years may unfold in weeks. Yet this speed demands grounded presence. Guidance here is to ride the current, not resist it. When aligned, acceleration feels like flight. When forced, it feels like fragmentation. The core message: allow divine timing to flow through you, not around you. You are becoming the vessel through which awakening moves swiftly. The Ten of Swords acts as the shadow teacher in this connection. It represents the pain of release, the final shedding of energetic relational, or identity-based patterns that can no longer travel forward. The collective may experience moments of exhaustion, delusionment, or grief as older realities collapse in the wake of acceleration. But this card also marks resurrection energy. The anguish isn't punishment, it's energetic decomposition, breaking down the egoic residues that hinder embodiment. The guidance here is to let the endings dissolve without resistance. The Page of Wands transforms that pain into creative ignition, and the Ace of Swords transforms it into truth. So while movement is fast, the heart must stay compassionate toward the parts of self and society that are still catching up. Your guidance now is to move forward with clarity, passion, and integrity. The combination of wands and swords signifies the fusion of enthusiasm and intellect, fire and air, spirit and motion purified by truth. Turn asks for the full participation. Create, speak, act, and allow endings to transmute into fuel for the new. We are entering the phase of embodied creation, no longer just seeing or knowing transformation, but living it through bold, truth rooted action.